Now for the next step of the adventure, and that's called Follow the Money. It's one of my favorite parts of what I do, my favorite game to play. I have here a handy chart that illustrates. I've intentionally made these dollar signs opaque, very difficult to see, kind of murky. You have to squint a little bit to get a clear picture of what's happening. Same thing here. So these represent commissions. So if you work in finance and you work in retail finance, remember I said there's retail and institutional. My team works almost exclusively on the institutional side. Institutional money makes less for the advisor. We generally work harder, we do more, we take more responsibility. We make less, but candidly, I wouldn't have it any other way. That's the way that it should be. We work in institutional finance, finding ways to save money. That's the kind of the high-level view. So if this is the world of commissionable finance, there's advisory. Advisory tends to be less expensive. There's more responsibility that's taken on the part of the advisor, whoever's working on behalf of that client, but still kind of opaque. You don't really know what you're paying. I get people all the time who work with an advisor in some capacity and say, quite honestly, I really have no idea how they're paid or how much. So then down here, crystal clear, we have something called fee-based and consulting. So that's really where a company or an individual might go in and say, I have this issue and I want some help. I'd like you to come in and I'm willing to pay X. And that's usually negotiated and it's crystal clear and transparent. That really, I won't say it only works with companies that have no affiliation, but it works best. And it's the best way to know that that's actually whatever you negotiate is indeed truly what the advisor is being paid. So advisors who have product to sell and they're connected to a company or manager or platform or an offering, or they do other ancillary services like payroll and accounting, those are other ways that they can collect revenue. Somebody working in fee-based and consulting, that's it. It's just cut and dry. You say X number of dollars, I want you to do this work, and that's it. And the good ones are going to sign a document saying that's the only way they get paid. There's no hidden stuff going on behind the scenes. This is our company. That's fee-based. Actually, prior to Plan Partners, that logo that you've seen in my earlier videos, somehow snuck into those videos. We started actually as fee-based401k.com. I still have the website domain. If you type that in now, it just redirects to Plan Partners. But there are a bunch of them. Fee-based 403b, fee-based IRA, really in an effort to try and help save people money and bring that the institutional transparency of pricing to people who don't normally get it. That's been our whole mission for a couple of decades now, just creating transparency. So this is where we work. So I do some of this advisory. I try to make it as clear and transparent as possible. It's easy for me because I don't have a big disclosure sheet disclosing conflicts of interest. But I am looking to try to find more companies that will just say, hey, you know what? We need help and we're going to negotiate a flat fee and we do all these great services